conversations before the stream. My ADD. What up, fish
Yeah.
people? Kenny Yee and the lovely Danny here for another Sunday night of shenanigans. And it wouldn't be shenanigans unless we started a minute late. So there you have it. I'm going to run through the hellos. Hobbs Aquatics. I met Mr. Steve this weekend. Mr. Steven, it was a pleasure, sir. Paul McCarthy, what's going on? And I like the new name there. Formerly Stephen White. Seville Steve is very fitting. Awesome. Eugene, how are you, sir? 3G in the house. What's going on, 3G? Miss Foxy Fishes. Hello. Stan Pittman. What's going on? Atkins Nature Aquariums. It's good to see you this weekend, sir, as well. Dave-O, hello. And there's my buddy Sue Moore Guppies. Awesome to see you yesterday as well. Foxy's Fishes in the house.
You already said hi.
Uncle Smiley, how are you?
Yes, Ken was busy talking and forgot to hit go live. And I said, are you going to start the stream?
Well, Roxanne, I was talking about our little blue shrimp. I had her deplant some of this a little bit. And anyway, I noticed all my cute little baby shrimp are gone. So now I got to take the blue dreams all out of this bowl because there's something in here eating them. So
he had me take out a whole bunch of plants because he said it was too crowded, but it took away the hidey holes for all the little shrimps. So.
Yep. Going to have to get them out of here. So I don't want my shrimps killed. Oh, yes, you weren't on last week's stream because you weren't feeling good.
That's true. I was not feeling good last week at all. All weekend.
Then I wore out this weekend with the Fishtoberfest. So
what they want to know what fish is in the bowl.
We have
Kubatai.
Beautiful Kubatai Rasbora. I don't even know why I call it a fishbowl anymore. It's Roxanne's fishbowl is what we should. Just Roxy fishbowl because it's her blue dream shrimp. It's her Kubatai Rasboras. And then also they are her CPDs.
Yes. And there's some little teeny tiny few, or maybe they're not so little teeny tiny stir-bys, Coriodoras in there now. Because we found them, they were too small to go in anything else. They would have been eaten by every other tank we had. So we put these little baby.
I think about it, I found the culprit.
What?
They're the ones eating the shrimp, I assure you.
No. And then the other thing that's in there is the a few Amano shrimp. Oh, yeah. She says it's my fish bowl. Send it home. I want that bowl.
Right now, I'm gonna go show you the nice wood I gave Danny.
Oh no. No, I am excited about this wood. This is really cool wood. When he said he came home from the swap or the Fishtoberfest was something for me, I'm like, oh no.
Is that some nice wood or what? And it's super dense and it's really heavy. So it's going to sink perfectly. Look at that piece of fine wood.
Yeah.
You know, cool. Most guys around an anniversary day get the woman a nice set of jewelry, something. Now, not me. I bring her a big old dirty piece of wood. But we haven't decided where it's going yet, but it's going somewhere.
Foxy's Fishes.
Can you guys believe it? Look at the size of this wood. $20 I got this for today.
That's awesome.
And it is tall, man. Look at it. It's up to here on me.
So Foxy says we have you on the car speakers. Your giggles hit different. That's funny. Fish poop is the best garden fertilizer. Just saying, it is. It is.
Yeah, it was good today, guys. I know we're trying to get the place reset and get all of our tanks down. So I refrained and left before the auction. Did not go to the auction today because I know I don't have self-control, and I would have probably blew all the money we made on Fishtoberfest back at the auction.
So Kimberly said, you mentioned about getting a big wood. So she pipes up. And Susan says, that's beautiful. Amazing deal. Nathan says, Kenny's not used to holding so much wood. Hello, my fishy friends. Foxy's Fishy said, I bought fish at the swap 3 days before I got there. Stephen P. just opened the stream to some very impressive wood.
Why, thank you.
Oh, dear. No. No.
Carol, it made it 8 minutes tonight. Sorry. Carol Cox is our pervert counter.
Monitor.
When it goes below the standards of the average American person, we are then flagged by Miss Carol, and we know we've screwed up again.
We know we've been.
Luckily for you all, it does not look like Miss Carol is in here this evening, so you're all good.
Where's my Miss Carol?
So yeah, I did get to meet a lot of cool people this weekend. Hobbs Aquatics was the first one that comes to mind. I had never met him before, so it was good to have somebody that actually lives close to me too. So that was cool. He's in the Dells, Oregon, which is basically exactly halfway point to going to my son's, which my son's is a long trip for me and Danny. It really wears us out. So now we got somebody we can hit halfway there, chill a bit, and continue our journey.
He says, I didn't attend the auction for the same reason. LOL, I was already 600 deep in the weekend.
Oh, yeah. It don't take much, man.
I don't know how big that piece of wood was. I didn't measure it.
I'd say it's like 2 feet tall by 18 wide. It's going to be nice in one of these bigger tanks.
Eugene says, Kenny, I do like your shirt. Never seen it before. I'd like to get one too.
I know, guys. If you could believe it, they would not let us make this shirt anymore because they said the quality was going to be too bad. So that is why you no longer can get these.
Yep.
And that's why Danny and I are going to be going out on our own and getting them made ourselves somewhere because they won't make it because they said the quality's not good enough.
Sam Pittman says, our wood in Texas is bigger. 3G says, how can somebody with the name Cox tell me what's appropriate?
We didn't say it, Carol. Just so you know, for the record, that was 3G. The 3G said that. Here, I will highlight it so you can write it down. There you go. That's So, a little bit of bad news this week for the Danikins. After 5 continuous years of streaming compliments of StreamYard, we are officially going to have to go to just YouTube. They decided to gangster just tell me through email, oh, thank you for being such a great customer over the years. We are going to 3 plans now. And you have the highest plan, but unfortunately, we have to bump you down to the lowest plan. And that will, from here on forward, be $44.95 a month. If you want to continue service at the level in which you are streaming, it will now cost you $232 a month. And I said, or we could go to plan C. You guys kiss my ass, and I'm going to go ahead and stream with YouTube. Which YouTube likes better when you stream on their platform. So unfortunately, this will be taken. I think Danny and I will get maybe two more streams with you guys on this, and then you'll be losing the Danikin below us, and we'll probably be blown up like this from now on. So now you guys are going to see our flaws. You're going to see we really are old. You know what I'm saying? So this is what
They
you're going to
already
have to deal
knew.
with in the future here real soon. So it'll be me and Danny up close and personal.
Kimberly wants to know if we sold all their fish at some Fishtoberfest. Can you undo us, please?
I'm trying to get you acclimated.
Would you stop? Bentley says, you can.
It was nice to see Emily. And sorry you have to work every weekend now. That sucks.
So Bentley says, you can do a lot using OBS to stream on YouTube's. What's OBS?
Apparently, we got to get with Mr. Bentley, and he can steer us in the right direction.
Yeah.
And by the way, she got the text, Bentley, like probably about when you were halfway home.
Yeah, I was asleep all morning. I'm sorry. I would have loved to have gone and spent some time with you. Open broadcast software. It's free.
Huh.
I'll write that down.
And Danny and I, the other reason I haven't made shirts yet is we are considering, every time we look at our logo, guys, Danny and I get sad. I mean, we really do. These two fish were our babies. We loved them to death. And it's like we forever see them every day. And every time we see it, we want to cry. So we might be moving our logo more into what we do now, which is plecos. So I'm really considering doing an awesome logo with a super white pleco. But I'm still considering it because at the same time, by having these guys here, we're forever showing them the respect that they deserve. So we don't know what to do. But they do. Looking at these shirts every time, we're like, oh, they were beautiful.
Yeah.
But we are going to do discus again. This time we're going to do a lot less. We're going to quarantine the crap out of them so no bad Indians get in and give our poor fish anything that they shouldn't. Danny's going to have a 125 tall in the bedroom. Not the bedroom. Her office.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to call it out for the record. No more do I want to hear about coincidence. So, tonight we are getting ready to stream, and Danny goes, well, now I got to stream in a place that doesn't have a tank. I said, you know what? Just because you set that up for me down there doesn't mean you can't stream from down there. So just stream down there. I'll stream up here. No big deal. So Danny's a fidgeter. If something's like a half of a millimeter off, she has to fidget with it. So she's down there fidgeting with my brand new dual monitor system for my work, and she crashed it and scratched my brand new monitor.
I did.
Well, I am not the only culprit with coincidence. Danny's capable too. Only when she breaks them, they're more expensive breakers.
Who installed the sit
Yes,
stand
I'll give you
desk?
that,
Me.
but
Who installed the monitors? Me. Who installed the armature thing? Me. And my dad.
So apparently what y'all are saying is your craftsmanship sucks.
No. It was just that I had the monitor swung over to one side. It made it too heavy and he went bloop. Can't do that apparently. In fact, it makes me wonder if I should have the monitors on that one arm or if I should just have them sitting on the desk.
Well, it's not like the desk isn't like extremely wide, so it
It's
wouldn't
very-
matter.
It's very thin.
Wide.
No. Yeah, it's wide. But it's not deep.
It is deep.
No, it's 24 inches, which is not a deep desk. Yeah. Byron says Danny Dinger.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice place, Bateson. I was telling my wife about it when we were at dinner.
Yeah,
We
30
talked and
inches
we
like
paid for
standard
40.
for us tech people. You're right, Bentley. 30 inches is standard. And this is only 24 inches. So it's like missing 6 inches of depth. And it needs like one of those really long plugs with like a billion plugins back there.
I got home and crashed as soon as I got home. Well, first we went and had dinner, and then I just absolutely crashed. I didn't get a chance to play with my little speaker thing, so me and Danny could have been together tonight, but I will have it set up by next weekend. Then I need to get figured out what we're doing in that room, because I'd like to get the 40s where they belong and put a nice show tank up behind us there.
Ooh, Empire of Dirt Aquatics is still working on the fish room, about to start cutting for racks. Woo!
Nice, you're making ground.
Yeah. Very
What's up,
exciting.
Whip?
Yeah, so my husband didn't even really know what sit stand desks do and how maneuverable and wonderful they can be. And for somebody who's hyper like my husband, a sit stand desk is almost a must. Especially when he has to be chained to it for as long as he does. I wanted
up,
to give him room
Vicky?
to move.
Lori, good to see you. Sorry for the confusion, everyone. I was a knucklehead. What the hell is he talking about? How are you a knucklehead?
He said, let's get tanked. Or Bentley, we could actually even do one. And when I come up there, I'll probably be up your way sooner. Maybe we could meet at a restaurant or something and go have a nice meal. We'll do that.
Well,
I need
Bentley
to-
was Jones in for a breakfast this morning, and you stood him up.
I know. I just told him that I'll go up that way. Meet him at a restaurant. We'll go eat a meal. So I'll go up there and have a meal with Bentley, and I'll go up and visit Miss Heather Feather. That'll be good.
Problem with Heather, you got to time it to where she's in town.
I know. I know. That sounds kind of awkward, Empire. Jeff Kane says, I'm going to need a good stool.
I'm going to leave that one alone, Jeff. Going to have to leave that one alone. Fishtoberfest was fun. Got to see a lot of cool fish peeps this weekend. We debuted our super whites this weekend to see how they would do. And literally, they didn't make it an hour. And then we also took some of our king tigers. Those sold out immediately. Now, I could have took more, but I just don't believe in taking fish. If they're not at least that big or bigger, I just don't feel right selling them to people because they're still very You go
Fragile.
changing the parameters too drastically, they're going to flip a lid.
Thank
you so much, Roxanne. Is that a poop poop?
I don't know. I'll have to go look. I don't know. It hasn't shown up over on the YouTube. No. Portion.
You're in top chat, I'll guarantee you.
Oh, yes, I am. Why is it going so fast over there? It is. It's a poop poop. All right. You were right, Getty. I didn't realize I was in top chat over there. Sorry. But it's like super fast over there. Over here, it's not that fast. That's kind of weird.
You better get used to it.
Well, I'm doing live here and it's not that fast. Chattanooga Ed, hello. Thank you for the poop, Miss Foxy.
I was just going to say, Bentley, if you're spending time with your wife, how are you on here?
Bye, Bentley. It was good to hear from you.
The only good thing about going back to YouTube, we will most likely plug in a good camera. So we'll always be good shots because my camera on this thing stinks. I should plug in my camera. Where is my camera from the old computer? That was a good camera.
I don't know.
I certainly don't probably want to mess with it while I'm streaming. That's probably...
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. For sure. So that went well with the Fishtoberfest. Really did good yesterday. A little slower today.
Yeah, and Danny wanted me to take the Shelleys, and unfortunately, we didn't have much play on the old Shelsters today. I think if I would have took them yesterday, I would have had a better shot. I did take 3 of my Decorus that I got from the Triple Crown, 3 years ago? Is that 3 years already? Or is it 2 years ago?
I don't know.
It's been a while, I think. Bentley, he's gone. How long ago was Triple Crown? I think it's been at least 2 years, possibly 3. What up, Griff? Good to see you, man.
Wow. Hello. So yeah, I think it's been 2 years.
So anyway, they grew up. I didn't lose a single one of them, and they got huge on me. Not huge, but... And then, unfortunately, I lost my beautiful one in the left tank up here. Made me so sad. I think him and the Jag got into it. I was looking at him after I pulled him, and he was really munched up in a lot of spots.
Yeah, he said 2 years. Griffin.
2 years, okay.
Hoda's like, I'd have totally let you get me started if I had had the tank space. Tank space soon to come.
Well, Victor C., I would have to say the coolest thing I saw at the fish thing today was the big monster piece of wood I brought home. I saw that thing. I didn't mean it to go down like it did, but he had another guy at his table. I thought he was going to try to buy it. I said, that thing's only $20. They said, yeah. And anyway, I went and sat down because I wasn't going to be a jerk. But then I went back over and I could have taken it more. I said, sold. I went over and grabbed it. $20 for that piece of wood. I was like, holy gosh, that geeked me out, man. But I would say one of my favorite vendors that goes to that has to be hands down. My favorite vendor would most likely be Pisces Aquaria. Really like those kids. I dig their store. I go up to their store every time I'm there. But what's awesome about their store, it's in Old Town Eugene, And literally across the street is the most amazing Mexican restaurant. I mean, their tacos are the bomb. And then to make things even better, they have a rotating IPA at the place. So every time I go down, I can have an IPA with my lunch, and it's always a different one. Every time I go, they got a different IPA, local IPA. So it's kind of the thing. I like to go there, have my lunch, have a beer, go to the. I always go down when the Willamette Valley Aquarium Society is meeting is when I do this cycle. So it's amazing down there. I like the feel of their store. You walk in, it's all masterfully scaped tanks, and both of them, by the way, are awesome aquascapers. So they really have a neat store. You can tell what their passion is, and then you walk into the left is all this beautiful hardscape. They got every kind of wood, every kind of rock. It's just awesome place to visit. Makes me wish I was that talented. Now, of course, if I try to recreate what they show people to do down there, it would probably not look anywhere close to it. And I'd probably have a bunch of cracked tanks.
Seville Steve says, what's an IPA? It's an India Pale Ale, right? Isn't that right?
The what now?
What's an IPA? Isn't it an India Pale Ale?
Indian Pale Ale, yes. That's my favorite kind of beer when I do drink beer. I don't drink that many beer at all anymore, but if I'm going to have one, that's usually what I have. I like the real hoppy flavor of them. What up, Skipper?
And I don't understand why they call them an India Pale Ale. I guess it was originally an export beer shipped to
Just
India.
For the record, I'm going to hold up 4 fingers and an O. Because, baby!
William,
Oh, yeah, the Vikings are scoring.
no.
And the next victims in our sights are the Jets. I might have a friend that's a Jets fan. I'm not sure.
Good thing I actually have the horn.
Now that you held it up, you know the Viking law. You must blow it.
Nope.
Come on, baby, blow my horn.
Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It's gross. What's an IPA?
Stephen P says, save the hops for the bunnies and frogs.
Thank you, Monster Fish Gal. She's posting Pisces Aquaria link.
If you want to do a light stream, I'll join you. What's
I don't know. Because they were out, says Skipper's Aquarium says, I'm off tomorrow, Ed. What's up?
Oh, okay. So they're both talking. All right. Now I understand.
Got it.
I'm a little slow.
They used to add extra hops because the addition would make the beer able to last the trip without spoiling across the Atlantic. Oh, that's interesting. Funny. So sorry, Kenny. Didn't mean to confuse you.
You don't take
So-
much, Ed. You're all right.
But yeah, Ken was catching fish and putting them in bags to take to this trip, and he's like, I thought I'd well, he said, I thought I'd be able to get rid of some actual aquariums, like empty them out. And he says, I didn't realize how many fish are in those tanks.
Yeah, I was doing the stack endlers. Insane. I took a ton. I bet you I took 40 or 50 fish out of there. Maybe even more. And it looks like I didn't even touch them.
Yeah. Not even kidding.
It was really, really good, skippers. We had a good time. Fishtoberfest, just being around fish geeks. That's all I care about is just being able to see my buddies and friends. And I got to see Roland this weekend, got to see Bentley, got to see Steve with Holland Aquariums. I got to see Ian. I got to see Ryan, Natural Aquariums. Got to see George.
Got to see Dean.
Got to see Dean. Got to see Lawrence Kent.
Yeah.
Lawrence was funny. He came up and gave me a smack on the head and sat down. I'm like, who's this? And I saw it was him. I just started laughing. And he tried so hard because I've been to places where Lawrence has been like 6 times, and I've never have gotten the opportunity to hear one of his talks in 6 times that I've been in the same place.
I know. Hope
It's like,
Aquatic.
well, we're always down there with other folks, and then like Lawrence's time to go, and they're all like planning dinner. Okay, so I missed him again. Then at Triple Crown, I think we were again the big dinner. Missed him again. You know.
So Hope Aquatic says, I couldn't believe how personable the fish community was. Thank you for making me feel welcome.
Oh, everybody's welcome in this crazy world.
And Ken really enjoyed meeting you. He came home and said, guess who I got to meet, you know. So that was really fun for him.
I not only got to meet him, then he came up yesterday. I met him. Then today he came up because his mom wanted to see what it was all about. So she came up. I got to meet his mom.
No, Dr. Antonio was not there. Right?
Yeah, Dr. Anthony was there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I got to see Dr. A.
Oh. I hadn't heard about him, so I didn't think he was there. I didn't see him.
What up, Melvin? Good to see you, buddy.
Because I had wandered around and had talked to a few people, and I got to see Andy. I hadn't seen Andy in a long time.
Yeah, Andy Newton, if you guys watched the morning stream, he's the one that does those predatory plants. So he does like pitcher plants and Venus flytraps, and he's got these other ones that are really nasty, like things fly by and sticks to them, and then they just kind of melt the bug eventually with some kind of acids or something. I don't know exactly the concept, but those things creep me out a little bit.
You said, did you get to meet Eric Thomas?
He was there, but I did not get to meet him. No, sir. It's different when you're a vendor, Skip. You're stuck at that table. Danny wasn't there. I did have opportunities. There was a couple times I could have left maybe for a minute or two because I had like Kat and Ian hanging at the table, or I had Byron Bowman and Renee hanging at the table. So they gave me little breaks for my potty breaks and grab a Coke here or there. They were great. So Foxy says, I got to give.
I don't see what she got to give them. What did she give? A hug?
Hug. That's what I thought.
Okay.
She was saying.
Skipper's like, dang it, Danny. LOL. I was asleep. Was the first time I've been able to sleep in months. Months. Literally months.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been this sleep deprived in a while. I got a funny feeling 10 minutes after stream, her and I will probably be snoring. We're going to feed these guys, and we are probably not long for this world. But Danny did, she wanted to get me all dialed in for my work setup, so she got me this McDaddy dual monitor system, and so now I get to hang out where she's at. That's where my office will be. I get to watch my plecos all day, and
yeah. So we'll probably get him a really nice tank for behind here. We need to get him a nice big tank with something that he really likes.
Well, we got something already in the fish room that would probably look spectacular behind there.
What?
Frontosa.
Yeah. What
They're
are you going
nice
to put
and
him
big and beautiful. Well, we do have that 180 out there. It's acrylic.
Yeah. Yep.
Dial it in the way you see fit, and then
You see fit. It's your tank.
well, you know me, man. It's just let's get it up. Don't matter what color, don't matter what kind of janky stuff.
But you
I'm gonna
can't
do.
even change the color. It's going to be that funky blue it already is because the plastic's that color in the back. You can't
we
change that.
Oh man.
You can't even change because you can't paint on the inside. The paint would come off. Vibes Aquatics. Says I'm eating homemade nachos, pizza, and drinking cider. Eugene says, "Why don't you like plecos, Kenny?"
Yeah.
Just kidding. The opposite.
Yeah, they're in our blood for sure. And I got to talk to Dean for a good 40 minutes on opal spot breeding because he's bred them already. So that was cool. And he agrees with me. He says that 75 platforms the perfect tank for him. And the cool thing is, Danny and I have a 75 up here. That one I think we're going to use for her tangs. I've just about got it cleared enough now. I've got one. Well, the one Synodontis could stay in there. He's not going to hurt it. Well, I'm not going to risk it. Synodontis is a Synodontis. So I'll probably put him in the tank across from it in the 150. And then I've got the other Decorus, which I was planning on putting him in the 300. And I put a other small Decorus in with the one that just got killed. Hopefully him and the Jag get along. If not, the Jag will probably head for the 300. But I don't want to really put her in there because if she's going to be a jerk to that fish, I'm afraid she'll mess with our rock kill Severums, which they're breeding in that tank. So I really probably should pull the rock kills and put them in a different tank of their own, which we tried to do that today by getting rid of the multi-colony. But unfortunately, that plan didn't work because all the multis, except for one bag, came home. So I'm back to having 40 multis again. Well,
So
actually,
Victor,
more like 60 because my wife says after I left, 25 to 30 more appeared out of the shells beneath the sea.
Yeah, a lot of them. Victor says, "Danny, you sound great. How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm doing good. A lot better than last weekend. Last weekend, I was not doing well at all. So sorry about that."
She doesn't miss very many.
No, last weekend I was on a
in the
new
woods.
Yeah.
She's either in the woods or she's sick.
Yeah.
Or very, very occasionally, she's so mad at me, she don't want to look at me and she ain't get on streaming.
That's true.
That's happened once, I think.
Hope Aquatic says, "I need room for another 150 plus. Help." Been there.
You know, the more I look at that setup too, I bet you that smaller 110 or whatever it is will fit underneath that stand. If we can tolerate having that piece of wood breaking it up, though, that would be irritant, maybe.
I don't know.
I wonder if those two big tanks in the bedroom or in the room back here would fit under there.
Nathan Hovey says, "Debating on if I should remove the substrate or just leave it along with the dwarf Sagittaria as it helps with the filtration." Why would you take it out? Well, I would leave it. But I know
Mickey
a lot of
says,
people.
"Hello, Danikins and everyone. Having a small micro pizza and relaxing to you."
Well, thank you, Mickey. But with the plecos, a lot of people like them bare bottom, like we have in this one, and that tank is bare bottom plecos. But a lot of my plecos in my office up in the other room have sandy bottoms.
Now, I will say that plecos that have the sandy bottoms do their own scaping. They, like the leopard frogs, it's a trip. They have dug all the way down to the glass where their caves are almost touching the glass now. And the minute they did that, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, we have fry. So I don't know if they got to have it a certain way where it looks like they're in a cave. I don't know, but
Life's Lessons crew says they're canceling you, Kenny E. Oh, why are they canceling you, Kenny?
he might be talking about StreamYard.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
To me, it was just more of the way they presented it. It wasn't, it just seemed very unprofessional to me. And Danny and I have been on the top tier with them ever since it came out. Like I said, it just bothered me the way they came at me. Starting on the September 22nd, you will be at our lowest level. And if you want to be on that, it's $44 a month. So just $20 more a month to get less from us. Does that sound good or what? But if you want to retain what you currently have, just pay us $232 a month.
Oh. We can live without it. Thank you. I don't know why this is like echoing me. It's like crazy. But anyway, says Danny, I figured it would be easier to catch the plecos. The bristle nose are going nuts, so thinking of redoing it for them, going to use them to supply the foods for all the fish. LFS only trades. So I don't know that they're easier to catch with no substrate, because like today, this morning when I went to go catch my longfin albinos, they're in a planted and substrated tank. And basically they like to stick to the sides of the tank, and I go in there with a big net, start back and go slowly forward. Ta-da, he's in the net. Did it. And then that's the way I go about getting them. These little suckers are in a bare bottom, no planted tank. I have to take out a few pieces of wood and maneuver some of the things that are on the back wall. Let me tell you, these guys are much harder to catch. So,
but the thing that it's not a true side by side, because the plecos she was attempting to catch in the 55 was the first time they were probably ever exposed to that, so it wasn't scary to them. The guys behind her, however, know when they see that net, somebody's not going to be here anymore, and they know now when they see that it's time to run.
So there is that, but this is only a 40, and that was a 55.
Yeah, I mean, you put the net in there, they go crazy. You should put a net in there, Danielle. Show what I'm talking about. They go nuts when they see the net.
No, they've had enough nets in there over the last couple of days.
Yeah, some of those poor guys went out. I put them in last night. Some of them got scooped up again this morning and put back into the bags, and then they had to come back again tonight. So they're like, man, what a trip. All these weirdos picking me up, looking at me, put me back down. And George and Harry took off with this one lady, never saw them again. I don't know what.
The nice thing about the bare bottom stuff, these tanks are so much easier to clean.
They're a breeze, man. It's weird. It's like the poo is like usually in one area. Mm-hmm. So you can just stick your hose down in there and it just sucks everything up in about 2 seconds. Yeah, as far as cleaning a pleco tank, I definitely love the bare bottom a lot better.
Yeah.
Lady Kim, welcome to the stream.
So yeah, these little guys, they've been through it today and yesterday.
Yeah, they've had an interesting weekend. Now, hopefully, they're not like Shiva, and they're going to be begging for rides every other day now.
Who?
The fish.
The fish. Hey, take us on a ride. Really doubt that. But one thing that I do recommend you not doing, if you're going to do the bear tanks, a lot of people think, hey, let's put pothos in there. Don't do it with the plecos, because the plecos will crawl out the pothos and then they'll fall on the floor, and then you'll have a whole pile of them on the floor dead. So don't do it.
Danny and I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we did. So don't do it.
Well, I came down and I knew I'd put probably 50 or 60 of them in there. And I'm looking, I'm like 10 or 15 I'm seeing, maybe 20. I'm like, Danielle, did you take and sell some fish out anywhere? No. So then I got to looking and I found them. But that's what they done. They crawled out of the tank on the pothos.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Whips World. So I did a thing today. I reverse overflowed a tank. I began the water change, went upstairs, met with the landscaper, had dinner, watched the second half of the Chiefs game, came down to find the tank empty. Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
Oh.
Danny almost did that, but luckily I came through the door right. Had it been more than 10 minutes, luckily. So everything lived.
Yeah. Yep. Wow.
If it was a tank full of plecos, you might have still had some survivors, baby.
Seville Steve, this sounds like the voice of experience. Yeah. That's the only kind of advice we can impart. Because if we haven't done it, we're not going to tell you how to do it. The do's and don'ts wouldn't be fair.
Oh man.
Everyone is on their sides. The catfish I haven't seen but once in 3 years, out on the gravel, looking up at me like, what the hell happened to the water?
Wow, everyone is alive though.
Oh my God.
That's good, Whip.
Wow. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. What is Hove specifically talking about here? Long fin reds. Just their little tongues flapping over the window that say breathe, taking no matter what color.
Bill Steve says, I hope you don't have a cat.
Oh my gosh. So is George RB3 going tonight?
I don't know. He might not be, because I know he was staying, unless he's going to go live from there, which he might. George is like that. He'll throw you some curveballs. Let's see if George is going.
So he was going to stay at the event? I don't think he has anything going. or
No, he
scheduled.
don't. He doesn't have a thing.
Nope. Yep. Monster Fish Gal. No thumbnail for George. Whoops World says, nope, all my furries are gone. What you doing, Kenny? You know, of course, Heather's been sending me music videos lately. I think you'll like this one. Nope. Not lately. So Nathan Hovey, question for you beta people. Is 4 to 5 degree warmer water change going to be too much for a female beta? Shouldn't be. But I don't specialize in betas either.
Are you going to do it on yours or Skipper's channel, Ed? So Ed says if nobody's going, then me and Skipper will go.
And Monster Fish Gal says it will be fine, Nathan. Foxy's Fish says, keep streaming.
Sounds like Ed and Skipper are going to go, so you'll have somebody. And we know Ed makes you laugh all the time, Foxanne.
They've only got an hour and a half more of driving to go.
Was the Quad City swap this week? I thought that was next weekend.
No, she just said they're coming home from the swap. And that she met all those people at the swap.
Huh. I thought, for some reason, I thought it was next weekend.
So, Seville, Steve, are you guys back out on the boat next weekend?
Yeah, we're going to try to get our boat time in because we're running out of time. I take it in for its tune-up / the Kenson size it, and then
Whoops World says I bought far too
have
many.
a good night, Bob. Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Foxy says Ed gives me super giggles. Vibe says me going to bed. Thanks, Danikins. Bye. Good night, Vibes.
Got to meet Vibes at the Triple Crown.
Bye.
Now, Dean did mention that he is doing these honeycomb plecos now. Peplin had told me about those about a month ago, and I really liked them. And now that looks like I have a local source for them, so that would be awesome. But they're super cool. They're like a tan color with these extravagant black honeycombs. I can't remember the L number now. Let me see. I think it was L124, wasn't it? Oh, that must not be it. That brought up pills. Say what? I've never had that happen with looking for a pleco. A pill shows up.
So look up L124 pleco. There we go. Those are pretty.
This ain't the fish I'm talking about. I'm glad I looked it up because this one's gorgeous. But I think, is that an opal spot behind it or what is that?
I don't see an opal spot behind on those pictures.
I'm just trying to judge size.
I love plecos. So pretty. So pretty. I could look at plecos all day.
There's a good picture of one, honey.
There, that's pretty. Yeah, I like
Isn't that
that.
a cool one?
Yeah.
Almost looks like a lizard or something.
So what is the number on that?
L37.
L37.
Yep.
Huh.
Honeycomb pleco.
Yep. Honeycomb pleco. Looks like there's a few varieties of them. But yeah, those are pretty. Cool. We should rename Bingo to Pleco. L43.
Yeah.
L519. That's what Foxy just put out. L519. Pleco.
Yeah, the one I showed you a picture is a German bred one. Why is their stuff always so extravagantly cool?
Ooh. Now the one that L, what did I just say? 519 that Foxy just put in there in the chat is really cool. Very different. Wow. Fun. I like that one. Wow. That's
Now,
a
I
cool
wonder if
one.
that's the one Dean's got or if it's the other one Dean's got.
I don't know.
I actually like the whistle nose. That is cute.
Well, yeah, but beautiful. Love it. Fun. Eugene says, Foxy corn running sounds greatly interesting. Wild. And Go with the Flow Aquatic says, Kenny, thanks for checking on us after the storm. You're a good friend.
I was worried about all of you people, man. You can ask my wife. I was stressing.
He was really stressing out.
I called everybody in it. I called you. I called Eduardo. I called Lucas. I checked on the Grant and Shelby. I checked on Fish Fan Mom Susan. I checked on Shrimp Envy up in North Carolina. I mean, I was stressed.
Chattanooga Ed.
Yep, Chattanooga Ed. Because it looked like it was going right to his area.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Edwards, it is 7:00.
I've got 6:59. Now it's 7:00. Well, guys, there we go. Skipper's Aquarium's Nocturnal Feeding Show next. So we will go over hashtag Fishtoberfest. Only seems accordingly with it being Fishtoberfest weekend. So we'll go over hashtag Fishtoberfest. Appreciate all you showing up. Thanks to all my members and super chatters. Greatly appreciated. Thanks to all the replay crew and lurkers, and of course all of our moderators. And then most importantly, thanks to all of you that have sat here with a solid hour with us. Greatly appreciated. As always, love your fish. We will see you next week.